Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon. Out of the digital world, we have a movie called Greater. Are you greater than you should be, or is this greater about the higher above greater in your life? Let's find out. So Greater, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. This is based on a true story of Brandon Bullsworth. In the year 1994, he played for Arkansas Razorbacks. He was a walk-on, and he got drafted for the Indianapolis Colts. But was he able to play for the Colts? Unfortunately, no. He passed away in a four-wheeler accident. So, did I like this movie? This is a very good football movie with different faith-based elements, even though I do have a little bit of nitpicks with the story. So with that, I'll give the negatives of the movie first. So for me, the three main issues with this story is the pacing, the runtime, as well as one of the characters in this story. So let's talk about the pacing first. The second half of the movie is a lot better paced than the first half of the movie. The second half of this movie is right when he gets a scholarship on to become an Indianapolis Colt. I think that story goes super smooth and it knows what it wants to be. The first half of the movie, it struggles with faith, the relationship with the dad, him trying to gain weight, then him trying to lose weight, his relationship with the coach, and his freshman year with the football players and his teammates. I feel like that part of the story, it was a little muddled of like what choices as well as what is the director trying to get across with this movie. And then with that, the runtime. This movie does a lot of flashbacks to like 1994 or no, before that when he was a kid, and then going back to his funeral, and then back to 1994, funeral, college days funeral. So I think those flashbacks kind of takes you out of the story, and it's just like, okay, can we at least do one half or the other, or not do as many? Because those flashbacks deal with one character that I don't know why he's in the movie. My guess, he's the devil. He's talking to Neal, I'm going to say his actor's name right, Neal McDonough, which is Marty Bullsworth's brother in this movie, which I don't know if that's a miscast with how he looks in the story. I know it's a kind of a miscast, maybe, but they kind of do it correctly with some of the dialogue in the movie to make it feel like it's his dad instead of his brother. So maybe that's what it was like in real life. So props to that to do that run-on joke. But the devil character, I understand the devil character of trying to get this Marty character's faith like underwater and saying, God, why did you take my brother? He did nothing wrong. He hurt no human soul. He never drank alcohol. He was always good to everyone. He always kept his spirits high. But then you had to take him from the earth, but you keep these child now I'm just bringing this up for personal. You take these rapists, child molesters, pedophiles, and you keep them on this earth. But you take someone that's really true, thoughtful, and take him to heaven. And I understand there are some religious aspects in real life where people are like, well, it's better to be in heaven than on earth at this moment. I don't know if I agree with that. So you're saying you're making a family suffer on earth for someone to go to heaven. I know that's a very much of a struggle of like, oh, they were ready to go to heaven. I really have struggles and hard time just compensating in that logic. It just doesn't make sense to me. But this devil character, I understand what the devil character is in there for, but other people see this devil character. I would understand it more if it was more like a devil on the shoulder, which is like, you need to stop believing in God. You need to stop doing this. But other people are seeing this character. So that's where I don't know why he was in it. And I think if you took that character out, or at least made him a little bit different of no one else seeing him except the Marty character, that would have been a little bit better. But overall, this is a great faith-based movie about a real-life football player, what he went through in the Razorbacks in Arkansas, as well as the Indianapolis Colts, which is unfortunate. He never made it to the Colts. He did some practice before preseason, but he passed away in a car accident before he could actually step on the field in the NFL. This is a great coming-of-age story, as well as not giving up on your dreams. And he never gave up on his dreams. He wanted to play with the Razorbacks, which I need to tell my mom and brother that the Sooners from Oklahoma and the Razorbacks from Arkansas are not the same team. I was waiting for him to like get rejected from Arkansas and then Oklahoma takes him. So I'm waiting for this plot twist. The plot twist never comes because he stayed with the Razorbacks. So no, you're different college football teams, mom and brother Hunter. But this is acted extremely well. It has a great message and it's very just filled with heart in this movie. It's hard to dog this movie because what the message is there. Is it preachy? I don't think so. There is one very interesting scene in a hospital bed where the really religious brother, which is Brandon, and Marty, who is kind of into religion, but not so much. And when the dad's about to die, Marty, the non-religious one, is like saying, God, I'm sorry, we want the father to stay on earth more. But Brandon, the more religious one, was more of like, I think it's time for him to leave this earth. Like, he really didn't produce a lot when on earth. So I found that very interesting and fascinating of that story arc. It's just like, it makes you think about who should stay on this earth and who shouldn't, and is it fair for some people to stay and some not. But overall, I think Greater is a great football movie. It's a great faith-based movie. It's not preachy, but it does have a good message. It is low budget, and I do recommend this movie if you're into faith-based movies or if you just want a good football story in general. So Greater will receive a 4 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals that 80%. So this is the critics' news scores gave this one. So I don't know why I'm shocked with this, but critics actually gave it a 69% with 16 of them. Audience scoring 86% with over 202.5K. No critic consensus. I don't know, with some of these religious-based ones, I feel like some of the critics just like to dog on it really hard. But overall, I mean, they're saying it's pretty, someone, even LA Weekly says, but Greater takes the audience through some heavy-handed hell. It does, because it's like, damn, that shit crazy. But overall, I'm shocked with the critics on this one. 69, 80, 86. Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think is Futontopia. Your Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And it, seriously, we're getting some solid sports movies in this past 5 years. I can't complain at all.